To continue on with Word Project 4, the next part involves putting in a graphical art idea that adds to our title page. But before we do that, I want to mention a couple items and why I did them. If you remember at the very beginning, I hit enter a few times, and the reason for that is the next part we need to be below this little text border item we created in the last part. If you didn't do that, here's a way that you can solve that problem. Is I'm going to highlight everything I did earlier and cut that, remove it, hit enter a few times, move your cursor to the top, and then paste it. And that will allow you to have some space at the bottom. You may need to come in and clean that up a little bit, but that's one way you can get around that if you did not hit enter at the beginning like I had suggested. Next thing I'm going to do is there's a clear all formatting option. Make sure my cursor is below this. Hit that, and that removes any formatting you may have in your document currently. All right, the next item we're going to do is we're going to go under Insert and go to Smart Art, and we're going to add a list, which is this option. And I'm going to reference the book to make sure I have everything set up correctly. Now, the first thing is there's 3 columns here. In the book, they only have 2 columns, so we need to get rid of one of these. So click over here, and up here in the ribbon, I'm going to hit Demote. Now, we need to put items in here. I'm going to mention something that's kind of handy, is there's a text pane. If you click on that, it lets you actually type the text in these bulleted points, and they'll place them in here respectively. To me, this is much handier than just putting items in here. Lodging. And I'll come over here and have cabins and camp. The other one is recreation, canoe, fish, hike, and swim. And the reason I like this text pane is because if you have an extra one like I do here, you can just delete it and it goes away and it keeps your items that way. And you can turn this on and off by using the task pane and the close button. Entirely up to you. If you use that, to me, like I said, it's much easier idea to help you put those items together. Now what I need to do is format this and make it look a little better. I'm going to close this now. Something else I like to do when I'm doing graphical ideas, I'm going to zoom out a little bit just so I can get an idea about where everything is on the page. First thing I need to do is I'm going to actually zoom out and let's see. Looking on page 217 in the book, I want to make sure I get the correct colors. So under the design area, I'm going to change the color to, they have us choose this one. Now on the screen in the book, it may look slightly different. I don't know if it's because of the ink or whatever, but it does sometimes take on a different look. And then the style I'm going to use is this one right here. Okay, and again, if yours isn't exact, I'm not going to take points off for that, as long as it looks within the realm of the ballpark idea. That's kind of the setup with that. So these are the 2 smart art graphics to use. It's set up pretty good, and let me see. Might as well go on and do the last little part here since I'm moving ahead. I'm going to click enter here. And I need to put some text at the bottom. It says, plan your next outing with us. Okay. Kind of tiny. Let me zoom back in a little bit just so we can see that. I'm going to format this in quite a few ways. Now the book has you do it one way. I'm going to show you both different ways to do this. First thing is the font size is 36. It is Britannic bold. Now, you can also change your font items underneath the font under the home ribbon. Click this. Something you can do is I can make this all caps. Again, under here, I can change the color. They want the color to be like this reddish maroon. I'm not sure quite what that is. Also, I'm going to go to Advanced, and I can set some options in here. They want me to change this to be spacing will be expanded by 7 point. Actually, it's probably faster to just type 7 in there and hit OK. And that sets that up for us down there at the bottom. Oh, you know what I forgot to do is the exclamation point. There we go. And that is our cover page. Now I'm going to zoom out, make sure it looks okay. And again, I probably need to maybe, does this need centered? May need to do a little bit of modification to get this looking exactly right, but this is basic format of how the cover page should look.